Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, tonight's content, we have got to hit what's happening in New York. Now, of course, we all knew there would be a massive overreaction. There would be a massive legislative response, probably some executive actions. But what's happening right now in New York, per Governor Hochul's words and announcements today, is exactly why the slippery slope that we speak about truly exists when it comes to gun control. What I'm about to show you that was inside these executive orders and the request of legislation that she's wanting to get done before June 2nd is dramatic, and that's what we got to talk about. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I want to hear from you guys on this one because this, like I said, this is slippery slope in action, and we're going to show you exactly what that means after this quick read from our sponsor. In today's increasingly dangerous environment, arming yourself responsibly and effectively is paramount in embracing your Second Amendment rights and protecting those that you love. Selecting a holster is an important piece of embracing those rights, and LAS Concealment is here to help you in that task. With leading designs, inside and outside the waistband options, combat tested by Special Forces overseas operations, and hundreds of colors and patterns, LAS Concealment has the right solution for you. Everything's in the description box below, and thank you to LAS for making this video possible. But now, remember, red flag laws were abundantly prominent in New York City, same in California, lots of different places across the United States. We even hit on it in a previous video on this channel. Well, this is why this is a serious problem, because once you start this little incremental march against your rights, it's going to continue until you end up with no rights. A death of 1,000 cuts is still a death, and that's really, really important. All right, let's get into these executive actions and legislative reactions. Hochul unveils gun executive orders in wake of situation. You guys know what I'm talking about, okay? Unfortunately, I can't say all the words because, like I said, it's a very sensitive platform. Quote, domestic terrorism is the most significant threat we face as a state and as a nation, so we're fighting back with a statewide approach, Hochul told reporters at a press conference in Manhattan. Now, this happened today. A legislative package and executive orders that she unveiled aims to prevent future attacks by tightening state gun laws. They're number one in the country. Or number two, I can't remember exactly the number. Increasing social media monitoring by law enforcement and directing state police to more aggressively seize guns from potential situationers under the state's red flag laws. Now, again, keep in mind, red flag laws are not something they're proposing. Red flag laws failed abundantly clear here. Like I said, this is a slippery slope because once you get that first bite of the apple, well, that didn't work. So we're not going to remove that because that would be dangerous. We're going to go a little bit further, and that's where we're about to go because this is, I'm telling you guys, this is a death of 1,000 cuts. This is a progressive political model from the early 1900s. This is not new. All right, check this out. And by the way, this is one of the weirdest things I've heard in a while from a politician. Quote, the public will never know the situations we prevent, but I'll know, the governor added. That's weird. Anyway, I'll just trust you. Nothing wrong. Let's go to the executive orders, because this is really important. The nuance here is crucial. State police will file what is called an extreme risk protection order to seize weapons or prevent gun purchases by potential threats under the red flag law. An ERPO is in that red flag law. That's that whole thing. But this is the frightening part. Quote, whenever they have probable cause to believe that an individual is a threat to themselves or others, Hochul's office said. To give you an idea of probable cause, you need to be able to smell something in a car and say, hey, I got probable cause to go look at it. Hey, I saw a lot of ammunition in that closet. That's probable cause. We should probably take those. The slippery slope on this is next level because all it takes is a judge to discern, yeah, that's probable cause, and your rights are gone. Whether you've done something or you haven't done anything, Minority Report is here to save you. Watch this. Let's keep going. And now this is a legislation. And tell me if this does not sound like subtle registration. One bill would require that semi-automatic handguns made or sold in New York include features that would mark ammunition with a microstamp after it's fired, which would help law enforcement better investigate gun crimes. How would they do that? Because all you know is if you had a microstamp this is the best case scenario, you could match a casing to a firearm, but you can already do that with primer strikes. So why do you need that? Unless you had a registry with the microstamp tied to an individual and a serial number, which is then tied back to a person. which then you can incorporate your red flag laws and your ERPOs. There you have your probable cause. You've got no rights left. This is a slippery slope that you would not believe. And I've got one more thing here to show you what else they want to do. Other legislation would require law enforcement to report within 24 hours any firearm they recover from a crime scene. Hochul is also pushing a new bill that would expand the definition of firearms to include additional types of guns. Oh, I'll be finding out what those are. But the main point here is you're now broadening the definition of firearms. It's almost like you saw this model work at an executive level. That's exactly what we're talking about here. You're now going ERPOs or red flag laws against anyone with probable cause, which is determined by a judge or a officer or a teacher. This is a slippery slope like you've never seen. And now they're redefining terms of what is a firearm and what is not, similar to what they've done in other areas of their agenda. I'm going to leave that one alone. You guys can figure that out. Let me know what you guys think. Is this the slippery slope from hell? Or is this just something we're just being safe and taking precautions? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on the Bullet Points. I'm Braden. See you later.